Alright, welcome guys. Simu Lee is calling out Hollywood for lack of representation of Asian actors. Quote, "We're fighting a deeply prejudiced system." Well, my little Chinese friend, I don't see you calling out China for their lack of representation of Western actors. In fact, I've never heard you say that once, actually. Why does it only work in reverse? And it's not about a prejudiced system. It's about good actors at the end of the day. Now, the system has been rigged in your favour, and you squandered it because you're a shit actor and you have a bad attitude. That's effectively it, right? Like you've ruined your career because you bitch and moan and whine and make a fool of yourself online with a system that's even rigged in your favour. Representation just means less white people. I don't hear anyone banging on about Bollywood having too many Indians. Okay, I don't hear anyone talking about China having too many Chinese people, right, in their films. It's absurd. It is absolutely absurd that the Western world has to just suddenly go, oh, I mean, yeah, majority white, but no, we must have less white people. Piss off. People have rejected this wholesale now. People have had absolutely enough of what effectively could be described as just white hatred. People have had enough. And this pendulum is going to swing back hard. Absolutely hard. And all you can hope and dream about, Simu, is that it doesn't swing back as far as you guys pushed it. Because if it does, and the feeling is that righteous against you, as it is your attitude against white people, fuck me, you're in for a massive shock. You're in for a massive shock. Anyway, I saw this headline and I couldn't not talk about it. Because it's, well, I mean, yeah, it's a bit rage bait, really. It's really annoying. For me, I've been rage baited. It's very, very frustrating. And you need more people just to go, no, we're white. Like, the Western world is white. That's okay. It's fine. Like, don't be a hypocrite, Simu. Unless you're going to bang on to China about having more Westerners in their cinema, then you can shut the fuck up, can't you? Quite frankly. You can just pipe down. You can, I don't know, void little douchebag. Anyway, let's have a look and see what he said. Simu Lee is calling out the Hollywood industry for the lack of visibility of Asian actors in cinema. I mean, there's been multiple blockbusters lately. Not, at least in the last 5 years, with Asian actors. What are you talking about, you fool? In a social media post, the star of Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings shared his thoughts on the lack of representation of his community. Go home if you're like, you are literally born in China. If you're really that concerned about the lack of representation of your community, you have an entire country that you could go back to and have all the representation you want. But you don't, because you wouldn't want to live under an oppressive regime. But you're happy to badmouth the one that you do live under. You're a dickhead. You're an absolute pile of detritus. Put some Asians in literally anything right now. Brilliant. Just calling for a quota. Put some Asians... This is literally what it says. Put some Asians in literally anything right now. It doesn't matter what they do. Just Asians. Just need Asians and stuff. So absurd. The amount of backslide in our representation on screen is effing appalling. Studios think we're risky. You personally, you are risky. You got a real bad attitude, mate. Real bad attitude. And he shared his view on the industry after reading a post calling for more Asian men to be cast in romantic lead roles. The actor pointed to titles like Minari, Farewell, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Crazy Rich Asians, and his own Marvel movie as examples of films that did well in the box office. Every single one a financial success. Yeah, because that's why your movies your sequel's happening right now. Yeah, it wasn't a financial success, you idiot. No Asian actor has ever lost a studio even close to $100 million, but a white dude will lose $200 million twice and roll right into the next tentpole lead. We're fighting a deeply prejudiced system, and most days it sucks. Now, I will agree with you that actors who are white will star in movies that are failures. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Is it the actor's fault or is it the studio's fault? Because the studio's greenlighting crap. Probably that, isn't it, really? It's probably the studio's fault. Actually, because they played this sort of nonsense identity politics that you're calling for. Just more Asians. A deeply prejudiced system. Well, I hate to break it to you, Simu, but China is prejudiced in favour of Chinese people. The Western world should be, in various locations anyway, prejudiced towards its own people. You are Chinese, you were born in China. If you would like a prejudice system that works in your favour, you can fuck off back to China, mate. Quite frankly. Okay? The Western world was, majority always has been, a white world. Like the Anglosphere specifically. So it should remain that way. It should, culturally remain that way. And placating to little losers such as yourself will not achieve anything positive because you're shit. But this is not the first time he's called out the lack of representation of Asian actors in Hollywood. In 2023, he replied to an article that noted he was getting the bulk of Asian male roles. He replied to the Facebook post saying, "Way to attempt to put us against one another. What bulk of roles are you referring to? Are there movies I'm in that I'm not aware of? Do you really think that there is a quota of Asian male roles? That is a zero-sum game. Everything I've taken post Shang-Chi was not written Asian. We've been able to shape stories to get more representation on screen. Get your facts straight." Well, again, I repeat, mate, until you start calling for China to have more white representation, or, God forbid, black representation, because we know the Chinese are mega racist, right? I suggest you shut the fuck up, son.